I'm nervous. Ugh. Oh my Lord. Hey everyone, this is Juliana. I'm a registered nurse injector at BeautyFix Med Spa, and today we're going to look at some botched injections. Okay. Ah, necrosis. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh no, she might lose her nose. This patient probably had some nose filler done, and all areas of the face can be risky, but specifically the nose, we have a lot of important vessels there. So one of the things that can happen with filler, the most dangerous probably that can happen with filler, is it gets injected directly into a vessel. And when you block off a vessel, you inhibit the blood flow to the tissue. And if you don't get blood flow, the tissue is going to die and it's going to start to turn black. It would probably be very painful, discolored, and eventually you get tissue death. Really important to follow up with your provider if you see anything that looks a little alarming, if you're in pain, if you have skin discoloration. Just go follow up, make the phone call, and make sure you're going to a provider that knows how to treat these kinds of issues, because it can happen even in the hands of the best provider. But just going to someone who knows how to treat it can save your nose. Oh no! Look how beautiful she was. All right, so from what we know, this patient was injected with silicone, which can be very dangerous. It's not recommended by the FDA. We do not use it or promote the use of it at BeautyFix. And one of the reasons why it can be very dangerous is it's not reversible, and it can migrate in the body. It can migrate into your bloodstream, float around and cause different effects in different places. And you can't remove it. So I get a lot of questions from patients. Do they have something longer lasting, permanent kind of fillers? And this is why we do not recommend permanent fillers, because if something like this happens, we can't reverse it. So no silicone, ever. Mm-hmm. Oh no. We have a ptosis. Okay, I think everyone in the world saw this picture. This got like printed up in the news. So this patient has what we call a ptosis, and that can be either a provider issue or a patient issue, because if you go to a provider and it wasn't injected properly, that's one thing that might cause a ptosis. Or on the other hand, if your provider did everything right, but you as a patient didn't follow the post-care, you might run into a ptosis. So we always say after Botox, no exercise for 24 hours, no rubbing or massaging of the area for 24 hours, and make sure you stay upright for the next 4 hours to make sure this does not happen to you. Here we go. Ah! Overfilled, overfilled, and overfilled, and overfilled. This patient looks like a classic case of too much lip filler. And there's a few different things we have to consider when specifically talking about the lips. There's the product choice. So there's fillers that are very thin, fillers that are very thick. Most injectors, I would say, are going to lean towards something that's thinner to maybe like mid-thinness to achieve a nice natural looking result. This looks like something very thick was used, I would guess. The other thing to consider is the placement of the product, and that's really in the hands of your injector, going to someone who's experienced, who does a lot of lips, who you've seen before and after photos of, and making sure that the product is being injected correctly. And then the third thing to consider is going to an injector who's not afraid to say no to a patient when you know, we're advocating for the patient and it's too much at that point. So going to an injector who's not afraid to say no to you and trusting their judgment is key. Oh no! Holy cheeks. She looks like Maleficent, but like not Angelina Jolie. So this patient has clearly moved past what we would consider a natural aesthetic. And while everyone has their own aesthetic goals, as a provider, we have to do what's best for the patient to keep them safe. And this amount of filler in that area is very unsafe, and she's kind of risking the integrity of the skin and the tissue health there. Personally, I think when I get patients who want more filler, we have to address maybe a psychological body dysmorphic kind of issue that might be going on, to advocate for that patient, keep them safe, keep them healthy, while still being able to enhance their natural beauty with fillers and things like that. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Junk in the trunk. That literally looks like junk that has been put there. Here at BeautyFix, we love our booty fixes that get done with Sculptra and Radiesse. This is not that. This looks like some type of silicone injection that has migrated, that has started an inflammatory process. It looks lumpy. You could see where the skin looks like it's under a lot of stress. It looks like there's a lot of weight kind of starting to hang down off of the patient. So these are all things that we don't want. I feel really bad for this patient that she's going through this. So a better option if you want to enhance the booty is to use something like Sculptra, promote your own natural collagen. Radiesse, also a great filler option for that area, or a BBL, which is going to be your own fat transferred to the area. Don't do silicone injections. Boop. So those were some really wild filler cases, Botox cases that we found. And it's important to know that most of the time, if you go to an experienced provider in a reputable place using safe products, fillers and Botox can look very natural, rejuvenating, refreshing, and also keep you safe. So you don't need to go through something like that. Make sure you're going to someone great like BeautyFix, who's going to be able to take really great care of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really fun. If you have any questions, please feel free to call BeautyFix to set up your free consultation. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and we hope you have a really great day.